Hey everybody, Sean here, and welcome to Revealing Truth. And special thanks to Mark Scott for sharing this. Today's video is just weird. And as the saying goes, you can tell a lot about someone by the company they keep. And Eric Gilmour definitely promotes many of the false teachers in the NAR crowd. He's featured Bill Johnson on his site and calls him a powerful teacher. Just 2 months ago, he had the great honor of interviewing the one and only Sid Roth. Really? The guy that promotes any and every false teacher out there and makes money doing it? He also promotes Michael Brown, who we know defends many of the false teachers in the NAR. He partners with Daniel Kalenda, who's also a big influence. He's worked with Todd White. He's been on Encounter Today, hosted by Ramindigital. Ramindigital is another guy just like Sid Roth, and he promotes many false teachers. People like Alexander Pagani, David Hernandez. We've got Jim Baker, Tomi Ariomi, and Emma Stark, just to name a few. And in his interview, he's partnered up with Corey Russell. He's from that wonderful establishment known as IHOP. He featured Tony Kemp, you know, that guy that said Jesus appeared to him. Talked about going to heaven on the Sid Roth show, and of course, was merchandising nonsense in the name of God. That's where he also talked about the body parts room in heaven. And he's been on the Sid Roth show many times, even sharing his experience in heaven, face to face with God and instant weight loss. So yeah, Eric Gilmour promotes this guy too. He also tells us 7 reasons to pray in tongues. But we can't speak in tongues unless we have the gift of tongues. He's also done several episodes with false prophet Jeremiah Johnson and considers Brownsville to be a true revival of God. Remember? Brownsville, with all those heartwarming baptisms. So there's the hat. So now that we know a bit more about the crowd Eric Gilmour supports, let's look at a recent video where he tackles Jesus in a vision.
And I was kneeling down, and as I was worshiping the Lord, notice both of these encounters happened during worship. As C.S. Lewis said, it is in the process of being worshiped that God communicates his presence to men. I was worshiping the Lord, just lingering there, wordlessly. It started with a song, but then I stopped singing the song as I was sensing his presence and just drank in the sweet sense of his presence. Again, my eyes began to open, and I saw a long red carpet, and on either side of the red carpet were Christians kneeling down as far as the eye could see. And I was one of the Christians kneeling down amongst my brothers and sisters on either side of this red long carpet. And I could hear rustling and crying and loudness of a crowd as Jesus began to walk down this red carpet. People were moaning and crying out and saying things like, "Blessed be the name of the Lord," or "Holy," "Worthy." All of these sounds were coming, and the closer Jesus got, the louder the sounds became. And he got right in front of me, and I was kneeling down, and I opened my eyes, and I saw his feet and his sandals and the bottom of his garment, and I felt he was moving on. He was going to pass on, and I felt this is my moment. He is right there. I felt overwhelmed with affection. I wanted to do something. So I jumped off from the side and I grabbed a hold of his ankles, and he fell to the ground. And as I realized what I just did, I tackled Christ in the midst of being worshiped. I didn't know if he was going to be upset with me. Like, what would he do? This is embarrassing. And he reached down while he was laying on the ground, and I was on the ground from having tackled him by his ankles. He grabbed me by my garment, and he pulled me up to my face, to pull me face to face with him. And he started kissing me all over my face, planting kisses all over my face. And I felt that each kiss was an impartation of love from the Father.
I just don't get what the fascination is with Jesus kissing us. This romanticizing the gospel is becoming way too common. This is his page, and this is his video on his page.
Kisses are so important, and God lacks a filter between his heart and his lips. He loves in kisses. What do you mean by that? I mean, this is what he longs to do, is directly contact you intimately and lovingly, repeatedly. You see, if we take experience out of our relationship with God, all we've got left is an idea. But you only know him by experiencing him, and that experience is a sweet and tender kiss. The kisses of God. The kiss is a participation in the life and love of the Trinity. So we rest in rapture, which is the kiss of his mouth. This kiss will keep us, it thrills us, it matures us. The bride looks for kisses before words. I'm telling you, a secret of the chamber with God is to look to be kissed before you even say anything. But our closets are so plagued with words, we push out the kisses, because sometimes we forget how important it really is to receive the sweet nothings of God that satisfy your soul. Lean in and be kissed. Kissed in such a way that whenever you lean out, you feel him pulling you back in again. The kiss can turn any location into a garden of spices with your beloved. And when he kisses you, he leaves gardens in your soul that reproduce after his own kind. He loves you, and he wants all of you. His kiss is your call. His kiss is your cure. His kiss can cure my evil and bring me to his bliss and give me him for whom I sigh, Jesus my sweetness. Most of the time, what's missing is the kissing. Let him kiss me with the continuous kisses of his mouth. I was lost before your kiss, and now I'm lost without your kisses.
He's quoting the Song of Solomon, but this is about Solomon's love for a Shulamite girl. Why do these people have to turn the intimacy of God into a physical intimacy? It's just icky. Anyhow, I'd heard Eric speak in the past a couple of times and loved his passion. But after seeing all the people he supports and hearing this weird story of tackling Jesus and all the kisses, I gotta say that I can't recommend him. So we're gonna leave it here for today, but feel free to leave your comments below, and until next time, take care and God bless.